Hey everybody, it's Mr. Heiser, principal over at Meadowlawn once again, just talking to you about some of the things that normally I would be talking about during the open house. But we figured this might be a little bit better to just do a video so then you're not sitting in a sweaty gym listening to me while your kids are running around trying to corral them and make sure that they, when they really want to just meet their teachers and find out some cool things about what they're going to be experiencing. So I'm just going to go over some of the things that I want all of our adults to know, all of our families to know heading into the school year. Okay, so bear with me as I go over a few really important things. The first thing is, when does school start? School starts for third graders on Thursday. So please make sure to have your third graders here on Thursday, and then all grades report on Friday. Third, fourth, and fifth grade all will be here on Friday. So Thursday, third grade only. Friday, all of the students report. Okay, so that's an important part that I want to make sure that everybody is well aware of. We start school at 9:05 is when the tardy bell rings. Okay, the end of the day is at 3:30, but the doors open at 8:50. So if you are dropping off students, you can drop off your students as early as 8:50. And we close the doors at 9:05. So if you're after 9:05, then that means that you will have to report with your student to the office. So if you're late, please walk your student up to the office doors to our main entrance and make sure that we have a slip filled out to make sure that they're ready for school. Okay? And so we are expecting all of our students to be ready to roll no later than 9:05 to 9:10. So 9:05 is when we shut the doors. That gives them 5 minutes to still grab some breakfast if they need to, get to their lockers if they need to, and get to class. Okay? And we dismiss at 3:30. All right, so that's when the pickups start, is at 3:30. If you have any issues with attendance, if a student's going to be late, or if they're not going to be showing up that day, or if they're going to be leaving early, please call our office at 419-625-0214. Please, if your student is going to be absent, we appreciate if you would call prior to school starting. And it's really easy. If you call and it goes to voicemail, just leave your message. Just say, my student, and mention the student's name. They won't be here today because they're ill, or they'll be late because they have a doctor's appointment, and just give us that information and we'll take care of it. If by chance your student's not here and we take attendance, we will end up calling you and taking care of things that way. And I know that sometimes if you're busy, you don't want to be bothered with those phone calls, so please give us a call and just let us know when your child is not going to be here, okay? Also, when they return from an absence, even if it's not a doctor's excuse, we do require notes. And so just send a note with your child and they can give it to the teacher if they end up being absent for a day. Just, sorry, my student was out for an illness, and that's all. Just so we are aware of what's going on, to make sure that everybody stays safe, and that we can be in communication with you, you can be in communication with us. Okay, we have vacation waivers that you can fill out online on final forms, as well as emergency medical forms. All of that stuff needs to be taken care of on final forms. You can find out how to get onto final forms by going to our school's website and going through that process. Most of you have already done that in the past, but if not, that's where you would find that stuff. And if you watch this video before our open house, you can actually come to the open house and fill out some of those forms. We have a special spot just for that. Okay. If you want any text messages from us, some of you are getting text messages already, which is great. And this is district-wide. All you have to do is text yes, or send the word yes to 67587. 67587. So you'll dial that number, type in that number as a send number, and then type in the word yes, and it'll automatically enroll you in the entire district system, which is great for text alerts, updates, things like that. And it also automatically puts you in for any updates, even from myself, which is great to know as well. Okay, as far as pickups and drop-offs, that's the toughest part, I think, of what we do here at Meadowlawn, unfortunately. Third grade families on Thursday, It might be a little tough for you, you might not quite get it, but way over on the east side is where you'll enter, and you'll just line up along the curb, just one row of cars, and then if that fills up, then start using the parking lot across the street over at Faith Church. And so that will wrap all the way around the whole building over at Faith Church. It's really easy. Thursday might be a little goofy because if we have a lot of new families that haven't done this before, that might look a little interesting, but you'll figure it out really fast on Friday because we have a lot of veteran parents that have been through this before. And I would just say focus on the person in front of you and do what they're doing. And as far as Faith Church, if you see a car waiting at Faith Church, do not jump in front of them to get into the Meadowlawn line. I think I'll be nice about it, but I can't guarantee you that the person that will be behind you will be very nice about that. And so we like to make sure that we model things like respect and kindness for our students, and so that's a great way to do that, okay? Also, if you can help us out by just writing your student's name on some kind of, a lot of people use like just a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, use a marker or something like that, or a piece of cardboard. And especially at the beginning of the year, until we start to recognize the cars and faces and things like that, it helps us to be able to make that line go faster during pickup time. All right. We do have a website, perkinsschools.org, where you can find all kinds of stuff like our school calendar, lunch menus, newsletters, things like that, how to get on to Power School and things like that. All district-wide news, all of that is on perkinsschools.org. And so you might want to make sure to have access to that and look at that often. We do have breakfast and lunch, of course. The menu is going to be located on our website. Breakfast, I'm not sure if I don't think it's located on our website for breakfast, and it does kind of rotate between some different things, but we do serve breakfast. Just so you know, try to get your kids here as early as you can. If you're a bus rider, you're kind of stuck whenever the bus gets here, but if you are dropping your kid off, try to get them here a little early so they can get their breakfast before school starts. But we do make sure that they do have a chance to eat at some point. If they get here really late, we still offer breakfast, but they might have to wait until like snack time or something like that. All right, I guess the last thing is computers and chargers, things like that. We need your help on this, everybody. Please have your child arrive to school every day with a fully charged Chromebook. Do everything you can to make sure that happens. The best thing you can do is maybe have that as part of their nightly routine. You know, put on pajamas, brush your teeth, and put your Chromebook into its charger. That could be a really smart way to do that. We do not have enough outlets and enough chargers to charge your child's laptop each day. We send all those chargers home with families, and so our expectation is for that to happen at home. Okay, I know that was a little bit of a long journey. Took about 8 minutes. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, you can call us 419-625-0214, and you can always email me at jhiser@perkinsschools.org, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have and happy to help you out. I'm excited about this year. It's going to be a wonderful year, and I believe you guys, those of you that have already been part of Meadowlawn, you know that we focus on, of course, the academics of your student, but we also focus on their heart. We want them to be awesome human beings that make an impact in their community. So have a wonderful time at open house. If you see this prior to open house, and if it's afterwards, have a great year, everybody. Go Pirates!